Beach sounds on different grounds. It's Rhyme and Reason 820.
Here's your rhyme and reason. Oh yeah.
Hey there, Tony here, just hanging out on the beach, lapping up the waves in the sun. And not actually, I'm at the studio and I'm just talking about the beach today. And you've probably seen some of those, or maybe you've heard some of those so-called influencers who boast, as they insist they're not boasting, about being able to work from anywhere, and maybe they even show you some tropical sights, like a steel drum band playing in the background, playing some beach sounds, or, like I said, lapping waves. You've heard of that. Come to think of it, that doesn't sound half bad right now, but I digress. Anyway, pardon me for a second while I turn down these beach sounds in my earbuds. Of course, most of that influencer stuff, it's hype and it's silliness. I mean, sure, it can definitely be done, but most hardworking business owners and entrepreneurs don't live that life because they're too busy serving the needs of their customers and clients. But I said all that so I could say this. I used to live a life very much like that. Yeah, I did. I led the life of a full-time traveling musician. And there were plenty of times I found myself enjoying the beach sounds during the day and the beach sights during the day too. Now I think about it, the sights and sounds. And making the music sounds at night and thinking up new songs to write or to learn. I wasn't rich, but it sure felt like it sometimes. Yeah, it did. I can very distinctly remember how sometimes I'd have to pretty much pinch myself and say, just think, Tony, someone is actually paying you to sing and play music. So most of the venues wanted top 40 and variety. That's what I played because I had to get paid. But during the day, in my room, I could focus on my original music, and I did a lot of that. If you've followed any of my podcast episodes or followed them for a while, or you've read my articles on TonyFunderburk.com, you've heard me talk about my motel sessions, and there were lots of those. I mean, today I found one of those songs from one of those sessions that I had in a little beach motel near Padre Island in Texas. Now, I'm going to play that song for you, but I want you to keep in mind that the emphasis is on motel sessions. There's no studio involved, no vocal booth, just pure, raw, unadulterated motel room recording. So when you listen to this, you're going to hear that it's not a radio-ready recording, but I believe it's still pretty darn listenable. It's a song about a girl. Yeah. And I know, crazy, right? A musician writing a song about a girl. Yeah, I know. Anyway, but I was much younger. I was unmarried, and I was a musician. So that's the songwriting trifecta right there. Anyway, it was a girl that I had only seen a couple of times, and I think I only saw a couple of times. But we had nice conversations, and we didn't do all the stuff before you jump to any conclusions. It wasn't a physical relationship. We didn't do all that. And the truth be known, I think bicycling in the salt air did more to inspire me to write the song than anything else. But anyway, instead of playing it up, let me just play the song for you and I'll be right back.
Oh, she touched me for a moment and held my heart at bay. A feeling took me over more than just these words can say. She had a look about her that could make a man a boy, but she didn't take advantage. She didn't play me like a toy. Now I often write her letters just to let her know she's here in the corner of my memory. In my mind, I hold her near.
And there you go. I hope you got a kick out of that. In case you haven't already guessed, the name of that song was Mackenzie, and that was her name, Mackenzie. Anyway, that was a little peek behind the curtain of time, and the lyrics are on TonyFunderburk.com if for some reason you were crazy enough to want to know everything that I sang but didn't quite pick up on it. I think it was fairly distinguishable anyway, but I just wanted to share that with you because that's a kind of a travel back in time to when I was one of those guys who could, make a living from just about anywhere. And now they think, that it's a new thing. Hey, I can make money from anywhere. I can work and be on the beach and, all that kind of stuff. So I actually was doing that long before it was the cool thing to do. And I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you got a kick out of it. And that's pretty much it for this episode. Didn't want to get into anything deep or heavy or dark or somber. Just wanted to have a little fun with some beach music. And until next time, this is Tony from TonyFunderburk.com, reminding you that life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
There's a rhyme and reason.